If you found your way to this video because of this title or the thumbnail, this title right here, you need this now. If you are the expert people rely on for Windows computer issues. Hey, Doug, what's the big secret? What are you going to be telling today? No, nothing.
Said I'm working
nothing.
here.
I've got audio confirmation. I've got speaker box confirmation, it looks like. So if you are the expert that people rely on for computers issues, I'm just going to spill it right here. You don't have to watch the rest of the video. No. And this is not a secret. Trying as hard as I can that it's not a secret. This show, this live stream is available almost every day of the week to respond to questions from technicians, from end users, from IT pros or amateur IT support. If you're and the title of today's video, if you are the expert that people rely on for Windows computer issues, you need to know that you can send an email to this email address, or you can put a comment on any of my videos with a question. You can give as much detail or as little detail as is appropriate for your situation. In response to that, myself and the people in the chat room, the experts in the chat room and the non-experts too, they participate also, will respond to your question, and I will reply to the email or the comment on the video with a timestamp to the place in the video where we responded to your question or the issue that you're struggling with. You do not have to be a subscriber of my channel. You do not have to click the like button. You do not have to be a member of my channel. You do not have to make a financial donation. We don't get enough questions around here. We are desperate for more questions. You don't even have to watch any of my videos or any of them all the way through, but the response, the reply, will come through a live stream video. I will send you the link that takes you straight to that place in the video to respond to your question. So that's what the title today is trying to reach people with, and the thumbnail. Here's the thumbnail that you would have seen to click on this video. Unless you're watching during the live stream, then yeah, you just got your notification, whatever. All right, so spill the beans. If you came here because of the thumbnail and title, there's no other secrets coming your way today. No other secrets about how to support the people in your orbit. That's it. You're done. Get out of here. You don't have to watch the rest if you don't want to. Yeah, if you are that person, I think it would benefit you to watch all of these live streams, because we're always coming across things that are good for a technical person to know. Okay, so that's it. Got that off my chest. Good morning. It's June 5th, one of my brother's birthday. I can't say it's my brother's birthday because then you might think all three of my brothers have their birthday today. No, only one of them. My brother's birthday with an apostrophe S. One of my brothers. His birthday is today. Okay, let's go see what's going on in chat. I have some topics. Well, I have some comments, channel comments that I could reply to, but none of them are actual questions of technical topics. I also have emails. One of those emails does include a technical topic, but it's been solved. So, and that person sent me some detail about it, about the church program. I'm not sure if it's okay to show all of that on stream, because that came in just 40 minutes before stream, and I haven't looked through that. So if you're in chat and if it's okay to show that, let me know that in chat,
please.
Oh, John Downey says yes, it is okay. It is okay to show that email. Okay, are there any questions? And you know, man, I hope you get the idea that if somebody has asked a question or brought up a topic that you think I would want to discuss, And if they didn't do a read chat, please, and you guide me to that person, you'll get points for it. Brian to Ken, did you awake at 0:30 as planned? That's right, Ken. No, Ken's not at work today, right? Thursday. He starts on Friday. I think he was going to practice waking up. I do not understand, Ken Stout. Here's my technical question to Ken Stout. I do not understand why it's a challenge to you to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning for your 7 a.m. shift, or 5 a.m. in the morning for your 6 a.m. shift, because you're accustomed to waking up early back when you had a wife that was living with you. You had to get up around then to pick her up after she finished her shift, like at 7 a.m. That doesn't seem like that much of a stretch. This is a kind of a close-knit community. We get to know each other pretty well because we are here almost every day of the week. We get to know each other. And Ken Stout, crazy fool that he is, he live streams every day of the week. He rarely misses a day. He does it at nighttime when reasonable people have gone to bed. That might be changing because he's just gone back to work now, coming out of retirement. Josh Kinder's Ghetto Fortnite. Tim Cruz says he loves the song. Josh was also liking the song. John Williams liking the song. That's a trailer. For those who don't know, go to the description. You'll get a link. You find a link there. You'll find a link there for the trailer that you can click on or link on, whatever floats your boat, to see it. Jeff Ryman, good morning. Scott, good morning. Rick Lakes, John Williams, John Downey. I need smaller fingers. I hit the send button instead of backspace. Warm this morning. I'm using my other mouse. I told you that the little mouse, I think the scroll wheel works better. So I'm trying that now, and it does seem to be working better. Bernard C., hello. Ran Israel, Rick Lakes. I just like the good people in this chat, aka non-expert. But we got experts, we got non-experts, and everything in between. And then there's also Ken Stout. Scott to John, am I blowing up the microphone? No, I'm going okay. I realized yesterday my microphone was too soft, and I had to go overpower it after the show yesterday. And then this morning, I was blowing out the graphic equalizer. There was an older man sitting down there calling an ambulance for him. I'm going to start skipping over a little bit, see if I can catch a tech topic, maybe throw out a few more names to say hello to. John Downey, Scott, Doman 2000. Doman 2000 had a comment in chat that I saw after the show was over yesterday that was really on point, helpful for a topic we were talking about. That I don't remember what it was because I'm not taking the time anymore to copy comments after the show or chat stuff after the show to bring it up the next day, because I was taking longer than the show was running to do that. Kind of skipping over a bit. Ken with orange hits me in orange. This stands out a little bit when you hit me in orange. That means the @ symbol and then LI, and then usually my name should pop up, Live Windows Training. Hit enter, and that way I'll see your comment. That's without using SpeakerBot. While that may be somewhat true, I would also go back to sleep upon returning back to home. Yeah, I kind of figured that. So you're not used to getting up early and staying up early. He's a night owl. Ken Stout's nature, he's a night owl. Now he's got a morning shift at Lowe's. Oh, let's see. Someone's excited that Lawn Dog did a short message. Oh, I be here. Sure enough. John Williams, Doug, you have your bowling shirt on once again. I like it, says John Williams. How's the wiring process come along? Well, thanks for asking. It is significantly completed. There's more that I want to do. So I'll give you my phone. I wasn't specifically planning to show this, but easy enough to do. Bring the camera up.
Read chat,
okay.
Please.
That last read chat is, oh yes, Doman, that's exactly it. I will get to your comment in just a moment. That's exactly what I saw you put in chat. Okay, so now you're looking through my cell phone camera. And whoops, I gotta switch over to, I'm wearing the microphone. Let's make sure the audio level is good. Looks good. It's bouncing into the yellow significantly. Okay, so here all those wires are back into place. I put some of this sheathing on that wraps around the wires. Here's over here on this side. You saw all that tangled mess of wires. Now up here, when you look close to the computer, it's pretty messy. I have not labeled everything yet. Those labels are left over from the past. And since I've repurposed some wires to make things fit better, some of those labels are no longer accurate. So it's much neater. And these wires that are running through these channels, they're in bundles now. See this here that's wire tied together? That's a bundle. This is a bundle here. This is a bundle. And those bundles are specifically grouped in certain ways to make it easy for me to make changes down the road. So yeah, significantly more better. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Doman, the comment that I saw in chat yesterday was about the issue with the Dell Display Manager, where somebody was reporting that and I don't remember who it was right now, somebody was reporting that they were getting a message to connect a Dell monitor. And Doman was saying that it's probably from Dell Display Manager, a piece of software running on the computer that is expecting a Dell monitor in order for that software to manage the monitor. It was John Downey, he says. And then I also, in response to Doman's comment, and Doman, let's get this out of the way. I'm a little bit sloppy with the amount of points that I'm awarding. I'm not quite sure if that's what I had listed for an issue that comes up during the stream and is answered. That was a significantly on point answer. So then I did a Gemini, I think, for that. Did I? Yeah, here. Is this right? Yeah. So John Downey sent me a picture. I think I displayed that picture yesterday. It's this icon down here that was giving that message. No, it came up later. He did not send this during the show. So this is the picture that he sent, and he's arrow pointing to where that message is. And he says the arrow points to the warning. It says, please connect a Dell supported monitor. I have a Dell Precision 7530 laptop with 64 gig of RAM and a 4K monitor, connected via DisplayPort to an Asus 4K monitor model such and such. So it's of Asus monitor they has connected. So what Doman was saying, and what Gemini is also saying here, is you're seeing a please connect Dell supported monitor, and basically it's that piece of Dell software that is it only is capable of managing Dell monitors. So this is an explanation of why you're seeing it. I'm not going to read all of that out loud. You can pause the video at this point. I've shown you how to duplicate the tab up at the top, and then so on a separate tab, you can pause the video at this point while this tab is still playing the audio. You can read through this if you care to, and then what you can do. Update the Dell drivers and software. That's not going to fix it for you because it's not a Dell monitor. Update the Asus monitor drivers. I don't think that's what you want to do. Check the Dell Display Manager settings. Look for any settings related to unsupported monitors or display detection. There might be an option to suppress warnings. Although this is less likely, you might also find some features are grayed out because it's not a Dell monitor. Then what I would do if I were you is just disable the thing or uninstall the Dell Display Manager. It probably came with your computer pre-installed, and you probably don't care about that. I've never come across a reason to want to use the manufacturer's Display Manager. And that'll just get rid of that annoying message. Or here's another option down here. Ignore the warning. You know, as technicians, we get annoyed with people who ignore the warnings, get in the habit of always ignoring the warnings, just clicking them away. Now here, Gemini is kind of complimenting you. Given your powerful setup, Dell Precision 7530 with 64 gigabyte RAM, 4K Asus monitor. The connection itself is very capable. The warning is almost certainly a software-based message from Dell's utilities. Okay, so very, very good. Thank you, Doman. You were perfectly on point. Scott says, very good wiring. Looks nice. Thank you. John Williams, you did a good job on the wiring. Nice and neat. Thank you. Danielle says, got used to the large, did that wrong. Got used to the large expandable start screen with Windows 10. Almost wonder it makes more sense to put a lot of shortcuts on the desktop. The start menu on Windows 11, you can put your start shortcuts in here. So Windows 11, it looks and feels different, but you can put all the shortcuts you want on here. So here you can unpin these items that are here by default. See, this says pinned. So all of these are pinned. You can unpin the ones you don't want. You can go pin things to the start menu. They show up right here. So it just looks different. Same functional capability. Have you considered that, Danielle? Got used to the large expandable start screen. Now, expandable. Is there something about the way Windows 10 did it? You can add more to this. See these dots here? These are more pages of shortcuts. So as you add more shortcuts in here, Windows will add more pages. Then let's see, these are recommended. So that more is for the more recommended. If you click all, that gets you to your menu this way. If you want to find something alphabetically, you can click on the letter A or any letter to get an alphabetical list of programs. More better, says Ken. Let's see. Oops, I moved my mouse over to the gaming mouse. I was about to scroll with it. Okay, let's see if I can.
Raid chat, please.
Oh, Danielle, are you limited to 18 pin? No, you are not. Now, 18 on this page, but as I showed, you have multiple pages worth of pins, so you can keep pinning more items. Now, as far as seeing more than 18 at one time, I think that maybe that is a limit. I was looking for some way to maximize this, to make it take up more space, and I'm not seeing that. I don't get
Read chat, please.
an arrow anywhere to expand that. You can change start menu setting to increase the space. I'll come back, Martin, to that in a moment. Oh, there's another thing I was going to come back to. Settings, start settings. So I just right click in any blank area. Let's see if that gets start settings, more pins. Here we go. Yeah. If I choose more pins, is that going to give me more visibility to pinned items? That gave me one more row. Well, 6 columns and 4, so 24. We were at 18, so that was 6. See, it was still 6 columns. Then let's see what else is available there. Right click. Let's see, that's the default, and more recommendations. Oh, this gives more recommendations or suggestions, but what she wants is more pins. Show most used apps, show recently added apps. So that looks like as much as we get as the 24. Martin Hogg's question. No, wait a minute. There was somebody else that had an earlier question that I said I'll get back to that. Control F, exclamation mark, C. Sí, señor. Oh, 920. No, there was, I thought there was another one. Maybe they didn't do it with an exclamation mark C. See, I can't find my way back to that. Somebody else asked a question. I said, I'll get back to that. Right? Where is that? Help me, help me, help me, Mr. Wizard. Martin Hogg's question, not urgent or important. I have a Kingston 64 gigabyte pen drive, which has now gone read-only. Disk part command attribute shows as successful, but status remained unchanged. Any clues? All SSDs are designed. It's not a glitch. It's not a bug. It's a feature. They are all designed that once they consider themselves unreliable, they go to read only. So that may be what's going on there. That the computer is somehow, the computer and the flash drive has somehow communicated to decide that it's not reliable. Try looking at it with oh, what's that program we use all the time for looking at the status of a drive? Optin says not spin rate, not spin right. No, is somebody gonna get it before I get it? Crystal disk, that's close, Doman, not close enough. Crystal disk info, both Doman and Greg got it. So I will give Doman 200 for that, and I'm going to give Greg for that because he got it actually correct. Crystal disk info. Use crystal disk info to point to that drive and look at the error stats. And ideally, send me a picture. Send me a screenshot of that. I'd love to see it. That very likely is going to give you a clue as to what's going on with that flash drive, if it's actually a problem with its life cycle. Let's see. That was Martin. So let me find my way back to Martin's question there. Is there anything else about that? Yeah, I think that's what's going on there, is it's just not reliable anymore. Now you could, I'm
Rejet, please.
the jury's out about in my mind about whether this most recent version of SpinRite will do SSDs, because I brought it up on screen and I didn't quite see the confirmation of that. So, but anyway, if it indeed does do SSDs, which was my understanding, that might bring it back to life. Yeah, I don't know. Jury's out on that one. Disk Magic shows status is read only. Thanks will do. Yeah, that's what it would do. And you won't be able to change that. If it's unreliable, you're not going to be able to change that unless you're able to repair the drive, which now, of course, copy everything you care about it to some other media first, and then experiment with it. I'm going to go check and see if I've covered all the read chats, because I'm not at all sure. Here's the 9th one. Yeah, we did get that. We did get that. John Downey is going to ignore the part about that monitor warning. All right. Covered all that. I'll tuck on it. I chuckled. Ken says, happy birthday to Ugg's brother, Daryl.
Rejet, please.
Okay, Ken. There you go. There's a chuckle. And Ken Stout says to see 923. I thought you were going to read an email from someone who said you could show their email address. Oh, yeah. It's not that he was saying I could show the email address, but rather the content. So that was John Downey. And this does not expose his email address. Got his name. This is gonna push us more than 2 minutes, which I'm okay with. He asked a question, I think yesterday, about a church bookkeeping software from John Downey. And he says, Doug, I solved the issue I had with church window. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. Don't ask me questions I can't answer. I called tech support and they explained how the program works. They were invaluable. Sometimes you get lucky, especially with vertical market software, especially with the small ones. They understand that when selling technology, tech support needs to provide tutoring. Our previous treasurer told me that we need to enter the individual bill. See the second screenshot for the list. After a bill is entered, you click the Done button, it's the middle left button, and then the Post and Pay button on the bottom left. There is a series of 7 to 8 pop-ups and a Save As prompt that you had to respond to. Then you started the process over for the next bill. Very time-consuming. Tech support informed me about how to enter multiple bills, then process them in one batch. We were processing this as individual batches for each bill rather than in one batch. That sounds like an awesome correction answer to how to do it. And that was my suggestion, is that there may be features about how to use the program that you're not using right. That may or may not be the way I worded it. So here he's showing what it looks like. So here's a done, add to batch, and they don't actually have any bills in this list, but this just gets the idea across. Looks like bill for like elevator and payroll and ministries, yada, yada. Moving on. All these are different bills, it looks like, I'm thinking, and that they can be done as a batch rather than each one being processed individually from the point of entering the bill and then processing it as a batch. Instead of doing that, what I'm understanding here is enter all your bills. Here's the button for that. And then maybe this pay bills button is where you process them as a batch. So let's go back and read what he said again. After a bill is entered, you click the Done button, middle left, and then Post and Pay. So enter the bill and then click Done. And then down here we can see Post and Pay. Post and pay these bills. Yeah, so this is intended to add to a batch. And what they were doing, not understanding the word batch perhaps, they were entering a new bill, clicking Done, and then they were processing that batch that they just created with only one bill. And the solution is to enter all of the bills, and enter a bill apparently, and then click Done, Add to Batch, and then do another one. Click Done, Add to Batch. Click and do another one. Click Done, Add to Batch. Then once you've added a whole bunch of bills, then come down here and do this Post and Pay these bills, plural, these bills. So all along they've been clicking this button that refers to batch, and they've been clicking this button down here that says these bills, but they've been doing it as one bill at a time. So very good, very good. Happy days. John has a solution. Have you told them yet? I think you did. Did you tell us back here that what the bookkeeper's reaction was? Yeah, nope. Love to hear your user's reaction, John. Because that's where you become the hero. She will be thinking of you as her hero, or his hero. Oh, John says, I am the bookkeeper. Okay. Well, how was the bookkeeper's reaction, John? I guess he threw me when he said, let's see, I said, I solved the issue I had with Church Window. Our previous told me so there's the we. There's my excuse for thinking that it involves somebody other than John. Groot has a birthday coming up. Saturday. Complaining about his mouse without borders again. Now this mouse also does the scrolling business. Auto scroll.
Read chat, please.
We had a bookkeeper but she quit. Because she was tired of all the excess clicks she had to do. I hope that wasn't the reason, because now you've solved that. All right, I think we're done. I don't have any redirects today. There's the email address. You can send a question, or you can leave a comment on any of my videos. Now, if you're watching the video right now and you're unable to chat, you're unable to participate in chat, there's been a message that shows up every once in a while in chat letting you know what you need to do is put a comment on any of my videos asking for chat approval. Chat room approval. I'd like to talk in chat. I don't care how you word it.
Read chat, please.
Just put that comment on any of my videos. And as long as you pass a very easy screening to convince me that you're not a troll, please, then I'll approve you for the chat and you'll be able to chat. And Ken Stout says, send people to Rick Lakes. Does he have a live stream coming up? Let me go look. Do 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 do. Ba-dum, bum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Points for the first person who identifies the correct original name of that tune. Looks like I need to find his link. Does that, I'm not real disciplined about subscribing. Maybe, but I get notifications for him. It should be on my notifications.
Read chat, please.
I know I get notifications for him. So I should be subscribed to him. Yeah, Elephant Walk, as far as I know. I think there is another name for it, but that's the way that kids would be taught some kind of musical tune. Why am I not finding him? Give me a link to Rick's stream, because it's not showing up for me. Wintermute. It's got a link. Not seeing
Read
it
chat,
scheduled yet. Well, what's up, Ken? Why are you telling me to redirect to him if he doesn't have anything scheduled? You should lose points for that. Yeah, there's nothing scheduled. All right, so Ken Stout came up with the Elephant Walk. So let's give him 200 points for that. And then Ken Stout misled me and wasted my time regarding Rick Lakes. So let's subtract 200 points for wasting my time. Bye. See you later.
That's all, folks.
Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team, for Windows support and more than you dream. Join the fun, don't miss a single stream. At LiveWindowsTraining-DougBetts or simply where tech support supreme. Where tech support supreme. Tune in 6 days a week for Windows support, the help you seek. Send an email, leave a comment, join the chat. Our tech-savvy crew is where it's at. Not just me, but a whole community, helping you solve tech mysteries. With friends who are here almost every day, we love to chat and help you find your way. So subscribe now, be part of the team.